You know what really sucks? Anxiety sucks. I have anxiety. Hey guys, Sleepless Mom here. So I had a rough day today, and I thought that I would take a moment to just kind of talk about something that I deal with personally on a daily basis, and that's anxiety. I first noticed that I had anxiety when I was pregnant with my daughter. I would have panic attacks when I had to get ready for work and take my son to daycare. My son is in a totally safe environment. I'm literally just putting on pants so that I can go to work and having a complete breakdown. Trouble breathing, sobbing my eyes out, my body is shaking, and I don't know, what the hell is wrong with me? Logically, I'm telling myself, girl, you're just going to work. But every single other fiber of my body was screaming, don't leave the house. Just stay home. And that's anxiety. Anxiety is good when you have a reason to be anxious. If there's a dangerous situation, if there's something that you need to have a legitimate fear or concern about, anxiety is your body's way of saying, hey, this isn't a good situation, we should probably reevaluate. But when you deal with anxiety on a daily basis, you kind of figure out it's not a logical sense. It's very misconstrued. It's like your body is misfiring on all cylinders, and something that is so mundane and so innocent seems absolutely terrifying. And there's nothing you can do about it. My anxiety has gotten better since I've had my daughter. I think the pregnancy hormones definitely played a lot into it, making it much more elevated. But I still have it. I still have days where I'm not going to leave the house. I'm not going to go to the grocery store because I'm terrified of all of the what ifs. So now I just kind of have to keep myself in check and say, okay, you're having a high anxiety day. Let's just stay at home. But I also have to rationalize, the things that you're afraid of and anxious about, you don't need to be afraid, but you can still stay in your safe little bubble and everything's going to be okay. And I think that's something that's kind of hard for people who don't deal with anxiety to understand. Social anxiety. I don't like being in big crowds. I don't go to the mall very often. Maybe once or twice a year, because there's too many people and they're in too close proximity to me, and it makes me anxious. For a person without anxiety, going to the mall is fun. There's the food court and so many stores. You can get a group of your friends together and go out and have a good day. And to me, that sounds horrible. I don't want to be in crowds. I don't like being around people that I don't know. I've actually filmed this video 7 different times because I feel like I'm not talking about anxiety right, but that's just my anxiety talking. It's, pardon my language, but anxiety is a mind fuck. It fucks you up. It's not fun, and it's hard, and it alienates you, and it makes you isolate yourself. But you're not alone. I have anxiety, and I deal with it on a daily basis, and I find ways to challenge my anxiety. One of my biggest fears is that something's going to happen to my kids and I won't be able to control it. So I end up not doing many things with my kids, such as taking them to the zoo or the park, because I'm afraid that my son's going to run one way and my daughter is going to run the other, and I can't be in 2 places at once, so we'll just stay home and play in the backyard instead. So one way that I've challenged my anxiety is I bought myself and my kids a season pass to our local zoo. I also bought my toddler a one of those toddler harnesses because he's a runner. If he has a chance to run, he's gonna run, especially if we're at the aquarium, because he loves fish. He's gonna dart from tank to tank to tank, and I know this. So at least with having the toddler leash and the stroller, I can make sure I have both my kids with me at all times, which lowers my anxiety. It's still not perfect. I'm still running on all cylinders because I'm in a public place and I've got 2 kids and I'm by myself, but I'm gonna do it. And I've done it. That's actually something that I talked about doing for a long time, and then I finally bit the bullet, bought it, and then once I spent the money, I'm now obligated to take my kids. So I went and I did it, and it wasn't that bad. And the more and more I do it, the easier it gets. So I'm finding small ways to challenge my anxiety and challenge myself. But there are also days where I'm not going to. I'm just going to hang out at home and snuggle my kids, and we're going to have a movie day and have a blast and play in the backyard, and that's completely okay too. So I guess the whole point of this video, I wanted to let you know you're not alone, and anxiety is real, and majority of people don't understand it. So here's my way of saying I understand, and it's okay. It's all going to be okay. So let me know down in the comments below, do you have anxiety, or what are your anxiety triggers, and what are you doing to challenge it? And maybe we can help each other out and be a little bit more brave and get our anxiety under control someday. Maybe. Probably tomorrow, because thinking about it makes me anxious. Bye.